Rain, we wanted to bring an updated version to the character. So working on Rain, we wanted to retain some of the original elements that you'd seen in the past, but also wanted to bring something darker and more updated. Since he's a prince, you would expect that he has servants and tailors working specifically on his design, on his armor. You know, he's not going to go to the store and just pick something up. With that in mind, you're able to kind of go to town and really, make believe that you have unlimited funds, and how can you design a costume appropriate for what you need, which is, being a ninja. Throughout the shoulder pads, if you look closely, there's some swirling lines that are supposed to mimic waves, and water drops and stuff like that. And going down his V or his tabard, you have more of those flowing water designs that are supposed to give the impression that him and water are the same. He's basically at his core an elemental. Beyond that too, he's also a ninja. He's also a badass.
Rain was one of the characters that a lot of fans pretty much requested, and he was high on the list of DLC that people wanted to see. And he still got some of his, standard moves, Summon Lightning and Water Blast, but he's got a couple moves that are kind of classic, iconic Rain moves that he actually hasn't had since his first incarnation. One of them is the Super Roundhouse Kick. It's actually incorporated into his X-Ray. And the other one, which is my personal favorite, is his water projectile attack that encases the opponent in this sphere of water, and then the Rain player can kind of control where the position of the enemy is, so he can kind of like set him up for a combo or an attack. My favorite Rain fatality is probably the one where he encases the opponent's head in this giant sphere of water, and then the victim is forced to ingest it quickly, and then which causes the victim to basically expand, and he basically explodes. Just like everybody, I like the gruesome, brutal fatalities just as much as the next guy, but I also like the ones that have a little bit of humor in them.
Rain was a really fun character to do sound for. Mostly because he is made of water. The typical thing to do might have been to find just a bunch of rain and water sounds and splashing and create some sound effects from that. At the beginning of the development of MK, we did a Foley session with a lot of fruits and vegetables and goo, and ended up having this big liquid pile of stuff at the end of it. We ended up playing with that a bunch, and we started to blow bubbles into that, and a lot of that stuff actually ended up being some of the core elements of Rain's special moves to a great degree, and make some kind of bubbly, watery, whatever effects out of that. So that was a really, really fun thing to do.
Rain wins. Flawless.